Hello and welcome to the Long View with me, Jon Jordan. So for the first time I'm playing this game from Glue Disney Arena. It's currently in soft launch, so it may not be exactly the same when it comes out fully. I got this from the Canadian App Store. First thing I see, push notification prompt. Don't really like that, say no. And then we have a glue click through. Don't really like that either. Consent things, I want to see personalised ads. Obviously this is something that people have got much more concerned about, but this is, I think you can do, you have to put this first up. You think you can put this further into the app, into the flow. Anyway, let's see what's going on. So Disney, I think, see some of the famous Disney characters that are in this game. Disney characters obviously by definition fairly cute. I'm not sure Disney characters work well as battle arena kind of type characters. The Little Mermaid with her lightning bolts flying from her trident. Does that work? Don't know. Obviously Glue Mobile thinks it does. They've spent quite a lot of time building this game. Interestingly, at least one of the people behind the game worked at EA on Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Obviously a very successful game, but Star Wars characters tend to do a lot more combat than Disney characters. That might be my first take on this, but who knows? I've never made a game. Let's tap to unlock the magic. So, Master Sorcerer is looking for potential summoners. So, looking like card based. Obviously, we're going to see these characters in a card based scenario. Characters have multiple abilities. Mickey is gonna do his kind of some sort of magic thing, and then Ariel is gonna have a magic sort of laser bolt. The archers are gonna fire back. We're now gonna have a Ariel's gonna heal with a kind of more powerful spell. She's healing both of them, as you can see, and now Mickey's gonna do some sort of a big attack on both of them and kill them because this is the tutorial. There we go, we won. Good. So I've played a lot of these kind of squad-based, turn-based kind of RPGs. Something I quite like playing them. I think they have quite a good kind of the gameplay's okay, but quite good metas where you start to build up some of these characters. Where most of these games have done very well though is they go very deep into leveling up, into gear, into kind of leveling up your gear, and lots of other kind of areas where the gameplay gets pretty deep. And obviously the point of doing that is you can monetize these things quite heavily because you're going into a very deep meta game where you want to kind of optimize your strategy. Probably harder to do in a Disney game, I would think, but we'll kind of see what's going on. So my rewards can be exchanged for more powerful characters in store. When you first get one of these games, the really cool thing about it is though you're getting all these new characters. So the characters is a big deal for these games. Obviously in the Star Wars games, you wanted to get the good characters as fast as possible. You want to get Darth Vader, or you want to get Boba Fett, or whatever the kind of characteristic ones you liked. And that was quite a draw. Obviously, what you tend to get is really rubbish ones to begin with, because that's so. I mean, Sully's quite good. I quite like Sully from Monsters Inc. And he's unlocked now. This is the other thing to think. You can have to get these tokens to unlock him. So he's going to be a good one. We can see a kind of a rune system here. So we've got an ability system to level up, and this kind of looks like we're going to attach things to him to make him more powerful. So this is the basic sort of meta kind of stuff you need. We can see here battles, daily battles. We can start to see a lot of this stuff is locked in the HUD. Reach level 15 for the Sorcerer's Tournament, the Tower of Endurance, the Summoner's Challenge. Quite a lot of different sort of modes. It's not going to let me choose what I want to click on. I've got to click on the tutorial at the moment. So let's just follow through these arrows. So now I've got Sully added to my lineup. And we're going to fight some generic hyenas. And we're going to obviously do the same thing as before. Actually, I'm going to do that one first because it attacks all of them. Now, obviously, very quickly in these sort of games, you get an autoplay because you can't really be bothered to keep pressing on these buttons all the time for something when they're going to be a bit more powerful. Shere Khan the tiger. Sully has gained a taunt, so he's like a tank, I guess. So he's going to be, sorry, I have to choose what attack do I. So he's like a tank character that he's going to take all the damage, but he's a tank, so that's what he's designed for. Pretty standard RPG things. We can see that monkey is healing there. Tap on support character to target them. So we want to obviously teaching us we want to attack the monkey first because the monkey's healing Shere Khan, so we want to attack him first. So there's no more healing. Again, all fairly straightforward, but I mean, I've played a lot of these games. Obviously, the issue with a game like Disney is we all know Disney characters, but you can have very young children, obviously, really into Disney characters as well, and so you have this very kind of quite complex scenario where you have people in their middle ages or even older who want a very different experience to people who are, young children. Who, it's very hard to make these kind of games for young children, really, because you don't. One, there's lots of legal issues around. Making games for children, certainly under 16s, there's lots of data protection issues around that, and obviously you can't really monetize them because they don't have credit cards. So there's an issue about it's quite an interesting design marketing kind of issue for Glue to deal with. So anyway, I'm going to level up Mickey, or Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey, as I'm sure he's known, because there's probably lots of other Mickey Mouses in there. Do another battle. Using up energy, if you just see there as well, using up 8 electricity bolts, so there's an energy mechanic. Most of these games have that, although it's not really for monetization so much as kind of retention, becoming less popular than it once was. Oh, so who are we going to have as a boss this? Oh no, this is where we need autoplay. I don't really want to do this. Tap tap tap. But again, this is the kind of issue you have in the game, where people like me who've played hundreds of hours of these sort of things, compared to people who, obviously, for the Disney game, more likely to get people playing this sort of thing for the first time. And they're going to need, obviously, a lot more tutorialization. What a horrible word. They're going to need much better tutorials than someone who really doesn't want the tutorial. It's always quite nice to have the option then to say skip the tutorial. New spells. Okay, so let's go and do. So I've unlocked a spell there. So now I can't. So looks like I can attach a spell to some of these characters. Be interesting to see whether any spell can go to any character, or whether some spells are locked to certain characters or certain character types. Still no autoplay. Oh no, what's this one? This is the new spell. Oh, okay, so the spell actually is not attached to a character. It just sits there almost as a kind of like a as a kind of that was a silly move. As a kind of like super smart weapon that is used by me, as opposed to being used by one of the Disney characters. It adds a bit more strategy, and I suppose so now I can do the magical meteorite, which is going to take out all these guys, I guess. There we go. That's nice. And here's whoever he is, whatever he's from. Shows how many Disney characters I know. And the one good thing about Disney is you just do have, I mean, you do have a lot of characters. You have how many years of Disney characters, so there is a lot of kind of recognition if you know Disney characters. But again, I mean, it's quite a nice kind of cutesy look, kind of cel-shaded sort of thing. As you'd expect from a kind of cartoon-based world. But again, that's not always the easiest thing in terms of monetization. Come on, let's finish this guy off. Oh, going on a bit now. So he's done his taunt. Come on, Little Mermaid's going to take him out. There she goes. Victory. You can see I'm getting loads of stuff, XP and some other items. Looks like leveling up items. I've earned an enhanced gear piece. Where's that? Going to my collection. Where's that? So we're going to add something to Mickey now. So we're going to equip. I'm going to equip a fire moat. Okay, cool. I can probably, as I get more of those cards, I can level those up as well. Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey has permanently gained additional stats. So we can see here I'm going through a campaign, 3 stars, typical 3-star system. I mean, it's very little in here we haven't seen before. The squad-based, turn-based genre is pretty extensively innovated, and people know what works and what doesn't work. And certainly in a Disney style game, you're probably not going to want to do massive amounts of innovation. You're kind of relying on the kind of brand to give you your commercial success, or at least give you, I mean, Disney's giving you the large audience that you want. Nope. Okay, no boss this time. Okay, I'm in some stuff. Unlock new abilities by equipping all enchantment enhancements on a character. Okay, so yeah, if we equip all of them, yeah. So Little Mermaid's going to get Fire Moat. That's exactly the same. Oh, I can equip all. Okay, so this is showing me how to go fast. Now she can tier up. So she's not leveling up, she's tiering up. We can see there's 2 separate things there. There's a gear. So this is very much actually from Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, where you have a tier on your gear, if that makes any sense. So and then you can also level her up as well using a different system. So this is very much taken from Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And that tends to mean that the gearing is not specific to characters. The gearing kind of works across classes. Powerful electric current, next battle transmitter. Okay, I'm not going to go any further. I kind of think we're getting a broad idea. I don't want these videos to go on for too long. But yeah, interesting. I think it's interesting that the Disney game, any Disney game, has a lot of potential and asks a lot of questions of the audience, and how, particularly in the free-to-play mobile environment, how you monetize it. Over the years, Disney games, there's been a lot of them, lots of different platforms. Tended not to have been the brand that works best for video games. Obviously, there's been some games that have worked better than others. And even on mobile, there's the Disney theme park, Disney Magic Kingdoms, I should say, has been pretty successful, particularly in Japan. Japan really like Disney. Obviously, there's been Kingdom Hearts has had a kind of a Mickey Mouse Disney crossover characters. They've been pretty successful, but in broad terms, Disney as a universe doesn't quite have the same cachet as Marvel or Star Wars. We'll see if Luke can do anything better with this one. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. The long view is all about playing free-to-play mobile games for as long as we can. So we're kind of interested in these kind of deeper ideas of kind of metagame and retention and monetization, which is why I talk about them. If you have any comments, please put them in the comments box. If you're interested in free-to-play mobile games, do subscribe to the channel. But thanks for watching this video, and hope to see you again soon.